Bring Nick in now. You have been busy over there in the Weather Center.
Yeah, and I know there's some disappointed people out there that wish they got rain. Our eastern counties did not get, in some places, any rain, but we're not done yet. Okay. There's at least one opportunity for rain overnight, possibly two into tomorrow morning. Here's how much rain we've had so far. Some of the highest totals easily in the hill country. In fact, parts of the hill country almost 4 inches. And just outside of the KXAN viewing area right here, we've had reports of 6 to 8 inches of rain, and that's where the biggest flash flooding concerns have been here today. In fact, some significant flash flooding just west of the KXAN viewing area. Of course, we're glad we have not had that here, but we are going to see a lot of that rain heading into the Lake Travis and Lake Bannin watersheds, and that will eventually cause rises in the San Saba and the Llano rivers, and eventually Lake Travis and Lake Bannin will start to go up from that. Otherwise, the majority of the hill country getting 1 to 2 inches of rain. In the metro, those numbers were lower, but we have had some reports, especially in eastern Williamson County, of 1 inch plus already. Of course, very little rain in our eastern counties for now, the exception being Milam County, where we had nearly 1 inch of rain. There's still a few showers and downpours going on near and sort of surrounding San Marcos there in Hays County into portions of Caldwell County near Lockhart, and then just to the southwest closer to New Braunfels, a little bit of rain. And then there's this very narrow line of downpours and storms trying to shift into parts of the hill country within our KXAN viewing area. There's the area under a flash flood warning just outside of our area, mostly because the ground is so saturated from the earlier storms. I'll tell you, our computer models, none of them are doing well with this little thin band of rain that we're seeing entering the hill country right now. But we do anticipate that there will actually be a second band of rain and storms that comes in after midnight into the hill country. So we'll see that first band move through, but it's very narrow. I expect a somewhat slightly thicker round of rain and storms to move through as we get into tomorrow morning. And you can see that cluster starting to broaden a little bit as we head closer to 4:30 and 5, and then entering the Austin metro around 6 or 7. Now this could slow down the morning commute a little bit depending on just the intensity of the rain in Austin before it slides east, but again falling apart a little bit into our eastern counties. And then that rain wraps up by mid to late morning, and we're done with rain for the rest of the day here tomorrow with a partly cloudy afternoon. There is still a low severe weather risk into tomorrow morning. It's a 1 out of 5, so not particularly high, but very localized gusty wind and also some large hail up to about 1 inch in diameter, not out of the question. Our flash flooding risk has reduced for portions of the hill country, but actually been extended to be a 2 out of 4 for the majority of the rest of the area through tomorrow morning as well because of some of the additional rounds of rain. I think we get another 1/4 inch to 1 inch in the places that it rains, and not everyone sees additional rain, but some isolated 1 to 2 inch amounts here by the end of the morning tomorrow. 40% rain chance during the daylight hours of tomorrow, and that would be focused pretty early in the morning. Otherwise, highs of 79 thanks to afternoon sun. Then we start to dry out and stay mostly dry for Saturday with a sun cloud mix and just a spotty shower, call it a 10% rain chance Saturday. But then late in the day on Sunday, more likely Sunday night, rain and storms start to come back with our next storm system. So Sunday evening and night increasingly wet, and that rain continues through Monday morning into Monday afternoon, and that would bring another flash flooding threat, already a 1 to 2 out of 4 flood threat from Sunday night into Monday morning. So we'll be keeping an eye on that once we wrap up the rain chances tomorrow morning. Here's a look at our first warning weather 7-day forecast. There's actually a couple of cold fronts that come through over the next 4 days. And then the 5th front Tuesday into Wednesday brings some chilly air. Upper 60s Wednesday, mid 60s Thursday. I know that's not cold, but our mornings will be chillier, down in the mid 40s Thanksgiving morning.